Here are a couple examples of absolute value inequalities. All right, to give you a little bit of help with these, we haven't done these since the beginning of the year, so that makes it a little more difficult to remember. So I thought it'd be good to show you how to do one of these. 5C, you want to find out what values of x make that expression greater than 5. So with absolute value, you got to understand that greater than 5 is the same as less than negative 5. So the way that you think about this is it's a real simple trick. I always just pull out the absolute value bars and I carry the symbol over and I change the sign of the 5 that's on the other side. So if you kind of remember that little tip, that'll help you for problems like this. And so at this point, you would solve the inequality as any other two-sided inequality where I would subtract 3, but I wouldn't subtract it just from two sides. I would subtract it from all three. I would get negative 8 on the right, negative x in the middle, and then 2 over here. If you get a negative x, you got to remember dividing by a negative 1. What happens to the sign? Everybody should know. These signs flip around, and you should get x is greater than 8 or less than negative 2. All right, looking at 5D, it's a little more interesting. And if you apply that rule, that doesn't really make sense because you're looking at this thing. You're saying, okay, where is this greater than negative 4? And if it's in the absolute value bars, you know that that is always positive. So when you see something on this side that's negative, that should set off a symbol or a bell in your head saying that something's up here because absolute values can't be negative. So where is this? If it was, where's the absolute value less than negative 4? You would say never. But where's the absolute value of this thing? What values of x make that thing greater than negative 4? Well, all reals. All right, so in that case, you don't even have to do the problem. You just have to understand. But again, when you see this on the right side of an absolute value, that should be a bell in your head saying something is up. We have to do something different with this problem because absolute values and negatives aren't compatible. Absolute value does not, it means it can't be negative. Okay.